There's a little something I was just thinking about as I started training, and we have this wiring in our brain. This wiring is to often see the negative. Now, the wiring is there for a very good purpose. Back in the hunter and gatherers days, when we went outside and we were like, "Ooh, beautiful sunset. What a nice flower." Crash. A lion or a tiger or something that is something that we need to look out for, or we fall down, we are not being safe, because back in those days we needed to be aware of our environment to make sure that when we walked outside that we and those around us were safe. Now, when we walk outside today, it's very rare that we're going to have a tiger or something fall, and the safety that we have and the protocols that we have, it's very rare that we're going to fall into off a cliff or something of that nature. But the old wiring still exists. Now, that being said, that is why when you see something, you often go to the negative. Our brains are wired that way for safety. That said, we can also change that. So when we are on social media, if you have a look at the awareness of your brain, probably 9 times out of 10, a lot of us are like, "Oh, don't like that outfit. Oh, I can do that better," or someone else does that better. "I don't like their voice, don't like their the way they X." And we find fault, or I assume that this person is, and we've never even talked to the person, and we tell a story because they show a bit too much of something or a bit too little of something, or they say one wrong word, and we feel that we are attacked. So the automatic assumption for us for judgment and to come across a negative of something, particularly a lot of things on social media and life, or you get up in the morning, the first thing is this, my neck is sore. Oh, well, I can't do this, or I'm so tired, or XXX. So when someone gives you advice, hey, turn off your phone, grab that extra 5 minutes and do the exercise. I'm too tired to do the exercise. We find a reason, an excuse, and so on. The reason we always find the negative is that wiring. But the thing is that we have the power to rewire. We can always cancel our thoughts out, saying, "Hey, I acknowledge you're there, but you're not very productive for me. I'm going to go do that exercise and turn my phone off. I really want to be on my phone because it's very addictive and there's so many things I could be doing, but I really want to be healthy. I really don't like that person. For some reason, they really get on me. I don't even know them and I don't like what they're talking about." And you really want to write a negative comment. You could say, "Hey, okay, not for me, unfollow, go and do it." This person gets really angry with you, someone in your family member, and they're really annoyed at what you're saying and you want to yell and scream. You could say, "Hey, there's something more going on." Always when someone is angry on the outside, firstly, there's something. So imagine someone is angry or you're angry. You've been walking through your day, someone drops something in, someone yells at you, you got in traffic, the traffic made you wait a long time, you got to work, a project went wrong, and stones keep going in your cup till eventually you explode. Or something keeps going into something and eventually it explodes. That's what happens throughout the day, and then we explode on someone, or it could be months or years and we break down. That's how health works. One condition after another, poor eating for a long period of time, lack of sleep for a long period of time, dysregulation in the nervous system. We're always remaining stressed for a long period of time. We're not meditating, we're not going for walks, we're not trying to take our deep breaths. And then 30, 40 years later, we're like, "Oh, I've got this problem and this problem." And that's what happens throughout our day when someone gets angry. But we could all take a breath rather than focus on the problem ahead. So what I'm saying here is that we all have a choice. There's a good reason why we focus on the negative, we focus on the excuses, but there's a good possibility we can also change that. So when you go about your day to day, before you comment negatively, before you find fault with yourself or someone else, before you find a reason why you can't, take a big, deep breath. Say, "Hey, I see the challenge here. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I am struggling with anxiety because of X. I'm aware that I am really tired and I don't want to do my exercises." And then say, cancel not helpful, not to cancel that thought or emotion. Emotions are there, they last about 90 seconds. but to re-regulate back to the present and know that you can, and say, okay, I'm going to take this deep breath, not to yell at this person. I'm going to take a few breaths, bring myself back to the present and see what I can do. And then plan your next step wisely. See how much more productive that is if you're trying to make better choices in your habits, if you're trying to respond better to people, if you're trying to calm your stress down, if you're trying to rebuild your negative patterns. This is a really great way to do it, and everybody can do it, moving away from the things that are negatively impacting us to the choices that we can make to overpower those patternings and to make smarter choices. So A is for awareness, accept and be aware and let yourself acknowledge those emotions. Very, very important. Then let go, cancel, tell them they're not helpful. Thanks for being here. Breathe. Allow yourself to come back to the present. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Finally, change your thoughts, make a choice, and choose where you're going to go next. Have a great day.